Station, Texas. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison, it is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Tosses it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. On the move, it's Davison. Got a little grass. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll give it to him again. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're gonna feed their running back. Great job featuring him, great job setting the physical tone, and they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Ward trying to get everyone on the same page. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming in the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The D has to be feeling it now. See if they can get another sack on 3rd down. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Ducks decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He gets it away, and it is a high hanging punt. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Quarterback part of their running game. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They're dealing with a second and long. Motion from the wideout. Reed. Rushes on him, and he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Now facing a third and long. To throw, it's Reed. The pressure. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job of getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Moore to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
It just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Now here's Moore. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He steps out right at the 40. Line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And on the third play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore. Got the quick pass. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got 4th and very short. What do the analytics say to do here, head coach?
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
They'll move the wide receiver. Reed unloads to the right. Hauls it in.
Why do they call it a curl route? You see the wide receiver, he stems to the top of his break. When he breaks, he curls back towards the football, finds the little hole in the zone. Great throw by the quarterback to hit him.
The Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Reed. He's got him. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Now on the counter. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing Reed. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moore. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that 1st quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Run in the red zone, it's Owens. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Reed to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. It'll be third and long.
Ready? Blue 22.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Intercepted deep in his own end.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. And I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early.
Just steamrolling. He smashes his way through again. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Throwing more. Looking deep. Snags it inside the 20. He is in! Touchdown, Oregon!
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
And he added the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the wideout. Reed. Under fire. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter. That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time, the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Tight end now in motion. Back to throw, it's Reed. Working that left side now.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Wide receiver comes in motion. Reed. Puts it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So
hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Running inside, it's Owens. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
They're going to ride this running back. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Throwing Reed. Here comes the heat. Can't get him to the ground. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's Reed to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 5. looks as if he's going to run it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. They'll move the tight end. Fourth down, Reed. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Complete to start this drive. Breaks into the open. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Red pass hits complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Dante Moore. Blasted as he lets it go. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Reed. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Throws to the tight end. It's caught. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Dropping back, it's Reed. Going deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
The run inside. It's Edwards. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Reed. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete as he tried to lob it in with perfect touch.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit pressure on the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Ready. Lily.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. But where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Throwing Reed. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's Reed to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Gives it on the option. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Moore to throw. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Makes the grab. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Moore. He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defender staying right by the receiver, the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Some misdirection with the counter. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
And the Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll go play action with Moore. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time on a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it, went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
Quick completion on the out. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Reed. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
And he's got it from 57. What a beauty.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Fielded in the end zone. It's fair. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Throwing more. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Moore will throw. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Moore with the play fake. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab on the shot. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Davison. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Sends it back in motion. Dante Moore throws to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off. The 12th man defense changing the play. Now here's Moore. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Moore, play action. Here's a heat. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's Moore to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He'll try to take it back.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air. It's Reed. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Reed throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Looking for room. It's Owens. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Makes it past the marker. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
Man, how nice is it to be down, and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back, and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense. Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
And be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll go to the counter. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Trying to get everyone on the same page. Right on the money. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. They'll field this one in tight quarters. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The run inside, it's Owens. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Fires to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the 2nd half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They take over, set up in plus territory, holding the lead after the defense came up with a 4th down stop. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moore. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Moore from the gun on third down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And his passing game, they can't get in sync, man. They can't get in rhythm. It seems like all game it's been a struggle. Nice job by the defense, dropping back, breaking on the football, but this offense has to find their rhythm somehow, some way.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Maybe some room here. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Here comes the two-point try. They want to run this quarterback. He'll be stopped short. Still a one-point game here in the fourth. They'd hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running inside, it's Davison. Hard-hitting tackle.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
defense. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing more. On target to the left. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
The run inside. It's Hill. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
They'll line up for a second down play. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Ducks with the answer.
Man, and just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
It's Bussey. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Throwing Reed. Pocket breaking down. He's on the move. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Might as well stick with him. And he gets it right on the cusp. Maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
And 4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
Here's Reed to throw. He's taking the deep shot. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.